Hello everyone, this is Sandy at Apple Cottage, and I am Suburban Homesteader Wyoming. Now if you get the opportunity to do collaboration with one person or two people, fantastic, it's so much fun. But if you get an opportunity to make a collaboration with 7 other fabulous women on YouTube, you better jump at that opportunity. And then if the theme of that collaboration is DIY personal care, how can you go wrong? So all 8 of us are loading videos today, Friday, and we are sharing DIY personal care products. And so it's just going to be a fabulous collaboration. So you can hop from one channel to another channel, because all of us will have the list in the description box of all the different channels, and you can see all of the great, fabulous, wonderful ideas. Now, let me list all the wonderful women that are doing this collaboration together. First of all, I have to list Tina, because Tina and I are friends. I mean, friends on YouTube. And we've done some collaborations together before, and it's Tina from Striving for a Simple Life. You will just adore her. Now Vanessa, she's over at Vanz Humble Home. Crystal is our Spryng Farm. Elizabeth, Dandy Soaps. Audrey is Homesteading in Idaho. Amy is J&A Hopeful Acres. And Robin is Katahdin Kooking Mama Homestead. Wonderful, fabulous women from all kinds of different backgrounds, but we all came together today to give you some personal care DIY. Now what am I going to do? Well, I'm on my counter. I know I should have grown out of this sitting on my counter, but I haven't. But I'm going to do 3 things today. All of them very simple, very fast, that you will have probably in your cupboard. Now, I'm going to teach you how to do a honey face mask. I'm going to do a cream hair restorer. And then I'm going to make a moisturizer. 3 different things. So I hope you have a little notebook and a pen so you can write these down. Though I'll have them in the description box below too. Now let's start with a honey mask. Now, a lot of you guys know I have my own bees, and so I have my own honey. I don't really filter my honey, and so there's always pieces of wax in there too. So you can see some of that wax in there. But I love that. Now, the honey mask is a little complicated. So if you have your pen and paper, this is what I want you to write down. I want you to write down honey. Oh, that's it. That's all you have to write for a honey face mask. All you do, put it in a little bowl, take your fingers, and you're just going to rub it all over. And when I get done talking about all 3 things, I'm actually going to do all of them. Okay. Cream hair restorer. Got your pen and paper? I want you to write down heavy whipping cream. That's it. That's all you have to do. And I am going to show you how to do it. Simple recipe. Now for the moisturizer. And this one you do have to have a couple products. We're going to use some natural coconut oil. It's organic. We're going to use a little bit of vitamin E. And then whatever flavor of essential oil you like. Now, a lot of people will use lavender or chamomile, but I love lemongrass, and so that's what I'm going to use. So I am going to get off the counter, and we're going to make them, and then I'm going to apply them to my face, to my hair, and I'll show you how to do it. So for the honey mask, all you need to do is have about a tablespoon of honey. So I just put it in this little glass bowl. To make the moisturizer for your face, we're going to take about a half of cup of organic coconut. Now, this will make more than what you'll need right away, so you can just put that in a jar with the lid afterwards. Now, the next thing we need is some vitamin E. Now, you may have it in caplets or you might have it just in a jar, but you need about a teaspoon. So I'm just going to poke those, and I'm going to squeeze that in there. And I'll need 3 of them, because my little caplets are pretty large, and to make about a teaspoon, that's what I need. Always be careful if you're cutting with a knife. Because they're in a gel cap, but they cut pretty easy. Okay? Wipe my fingers off there. And then we need 6 drops of whatever essential oil you would like to use. There. And then it's just a matter of mixing. Now, depending on the temperature of your kitchen, your coconut oil will be softer or harder. So if it's really cold in your kitchen, you might have to set that on in a sunny window or someplace where it's going to really be able to warm up a little bit. Now, you don't want it too liquidy, because it is a moisturizer that you want to put on your face after you've cleaned it. But really, that's all it is that you have to do there. And you just keep mixing it so it's just well incorporated. And the smell, oh, so lovely. Lemongrass is such a wonderful smell. Another essential oil that I really like that I would use in this also is frankincense. Now, some people don't like that, but I find it just a lovely scent. It's very Middle Eastern smell, and I just love that smell. Okay, so there we are. And as you can see, that's a lot. You would be able to have that ready for probably more than a week or more. And I won't use this much, even though it's just a tablespoon. I won't use that much honey either. So I'm going to put this stuff away, and then I'm going to get the stuff for the cream. Okay, so now we're going to make the cream hair restorer. So I have some heavy whipping cream. Now, could you use half and half? Maybe, but it wouldn't make it as thick. You couldn't whip it up as much. Now, the nice thing about this, if you make too much, you can put the rest of it on dessert. So I'm just going to pour some of that in there. Now, you could use a blender, Cuisinart. You could use, I'm using my Vitamix. You could use beaters, any kind of mixer, because you just want it to whip up. Make sure you always have your lid on tight. Now I'm going to keep whipping this until it gets just like regular whipping cream that you would put on pie. And then I'll be back. Okay, so it's done whipping. See, it's like what you would put on a piece of pie. This is going to go on my hair. We'll be back. Now, I believe if you're teaching a DIY, you should actually do that on your video. So the first thing I'm going to start with is my hair. So I'm just taking the whipping cream. Whoop, that's cold. And I'm just going to literally put it all through my hair. I know, it's very attractive, isn't it? Now, if you can get whipping cream straight from the cow, Oh, and especially if, ooh, that is attractive. If you can get that grass-fed cow, oh my gosh. I once heard a farmer talk about the difference between organic milk and regular milk that you buy in the store. You know, it's pasteurized, it's homogenized, it's everything. But honestly, the difference between organic milk and that milk, there's not very much difference. But if you have a cow that's grass-fed versus a cow, even if it's organic, most of the time they're still using a lot of feed that is not organic. You have to really know your farmer. That is night and day. So if you can get cream, you will just be amazed at what it can do for yourself and for your hair. Okay, so I'm actually just going to leave that on while I put the honey mask on. And it gets warm when it's on your hair, so it wants to drip. So then we're going to take the honey next. Whoa, I might have to wash it out first. I don't usually do them both at the same time. This is when you need those little cotton strips. You know, when you go, like when people get perms and they put that cotton strip so nothing drips. That's what I need. But what you do is you leave this in your hair for at least 15 minutes. If you can leave it in a little bit longer, even better. But what you find is that, you know, whipping cream, the action of the blender really, sorry, I got a little bit right there. It really fluffs it up, but then when it's solid on your hair, it wants to start to drip because it's not fluffy like it was before. And so I just leave it on my hair for about 15 minutes. So you want to make sure you have a towel because it will drip. That's just the way it is. And then you're going to rinse it out, but you have to rinse it with a little bit either cream rinse or a little bit of shampoo, because otherwise it will really stay on your hair. Now, if you don't mind that, if you're doing it at night and you don't mind that kind of thickness that it stays on your hair, and then you're going to wash it in the morning, I find that the better deal. So then I just put a towel down on my pillow so I don't get any of that residue onto my pillow. There we go. I think it's probably done running. And I'm just going to let that sit on there for 15 minutes. In the meantime, to do a honey mask, it's just so simple. Now, honey is very thick, and so you are just going to put that on. So if you can do it at the same time as your hair, they both stay on it for about 15 minutes. Now, honey is very sticky, and to take it off, we use coconut oil, which is part of our moisturizer that we're going to use afterwards anyway. And so you're just putting it on. Got a little drip from my hair. It's very easy to do. And honestly, I should do this way more often because the older you get, the more wrinkles you get. It's just the facts of life. My one friend says they're badges of honor, and because she knows it bothers me. And you can put it on your face, you can put it on your neck. But honey is really a healing product. And so it can be very wonderful. And so I am going to be back in 15 minutes. So it's been 15 minutes and it's time to take off the honey mask and rinse my hair out. Now, honey is so thick and so sticky onto your skin, but you could probably stand just under the shower and just wash your whole face off with just warm water, and it would rinse all off. But I also have the cream in my hair, and I need to use just a little bit of shampoo to take that out. So I like to use coconut oil, and it just really starts to break up that honey. Plus, I think it's really good on your skin anyway. And all you have to do is rub it, and you can just feel the difference. Where it was really sticky on your skin, it becomes very soft and smooth. And so I'm just going to continue to do this, and then I'm just going to rinse it with some water, and it will be completely. So I washed my face all off, so soft and smooth. And I just use the coconut oil to kind of break it up, and then you just use water. And then, of course, always pat dry your face. Don't rub it. And rinsed all this stuff out of my hair. My hair's still wet, though. And it's time to use the moisturizer. Now, it's been sitting on the counter, so it's even a little more solidified than before. And so what I do is I rub a little bit in between my fingers. Oh, that lemongrass smell is so wonderful. Now, on your skin, though you can't see it, there's layers and layers upon layers. And I guess you could even, you know how fish scales are, and it's one layer onto another layer onto another layer. That's what your skin is. And so if you want to add more moisturizer, instead of just rubbing it, if you rub it upwardly, it gets in between those layers, and that will help. But whatever essential oil you use, oh, it'll just be so lovely. But don't put a lot on, because it is coconut oil. And so you just want little bits. And it's so wonderful to put on when you're going to go to bed, because that way it can sit and rest on your face all night long and just soak in. So that's my DIY. Personal care. We're doing a honey mask with only honey, a hair restore with just whipping cream. And then for our moisturizer, we used coconut oil, vitamin E, and your favorite essential oil. So this is Sandy, Apple Cottage. Please go down to the description box and check out all of these other wonderful women that have come to make one big collaboration for you. DIY.